what looked like was going to be, well, it has been a crazy point day for everybody. And I know we're only 3 races in, but obviously you're trying to win a championship. Every race counts. Here's a battle.
Yeah, 9th and 10th there. Yeah, Allgaier trying to go by and take the 9th spot away from Brendan Gaughan.
He was just in and got tires as they tried to repair some of the damage on the car and try to get as many spots as he can here before in these last 15 laps. There's Carl Edwards on the left trying to take that 4th spot away from Dale Jr.
There's only 15 laps to go, though. Junior's not just going to lay over and give him this spot. He's going to make Carl earn this.
Junior just doesn't seem to have the car today. He just doesn't seem to be able to get down into the corner and through the center to really be competitive. There's Carl going for the 3rd spot with Scott Lagasse. Man, that car is hooked up and going. If he got a caution flag, he might could see what he has for Greg Biffle.
Time's running out, but he is in the 3rd spot.
A little over 2 seconds behind Greg Biffle.
I mentioned again a little bit ago, 3 of the last 4 races here, the eventual winner did not take the lead until inside of 10 laps to go. It gets crazy here at Vegas in the final 10 laps. Here comes Lagasse now trying to battle back on the outside of Dale Jr. to retake that spot.
And the last thing Greg Biffle wants to see right now is a caution flag, because that would put Carl Edwards right in the mix to win this thing. And Biffle has a nice lead. He's got about a 2nd lead over Jason Leffler.
2 years ago, it was a last lap pass out of turn 4 by the guy driving the 29 car, Jeff Burton, by Kyle Busch, who had led much of the day. Last year, it was contact among 1st, 2nd, and 3rd that gave the win to Mark Martin. Here comes the 32 car. He's come from a lap down.
Oh, contact in here, too. Woo.
They keep him straight. Lagasse not giving up. Not laying over for Vickers here.
Vickers get a little loose right there. You can see he has to get out of the gas. Now they're 3 wide.
5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all in your
Here comes Allgaier.
Look here.
Still 3 wide.
12 laps to go. Biffle the leader. Leffler in 2nd spot. Edwards back in 3rd. Earnhardt Jr. and Lagasse now battling back and forth for that 4th position.
And now Junior's got Lagasse pinned to the bottom. I think this is the position that Junior wants to be in right here, because that car on the inside is the one that gets loose and has to back off. You see, Lagasse has to give that spot up.
Here he comes back to the inside, though.
This is risky right here, though. This is where a lot of guys have lost it.
He slides back in behind Junior.
Right up in front of
to the
Vickers.
outside.
Here comes Allgaier. He's got tires. He's got new tires on the right side. Has a little damage, but it doesn't look like it's hurt the car any.
This is the one car that looks like it's been really stable down on that inside. As he,
you were saying, DJ?
Yeah. It's stable enough to stay off of Vickers there.
It's only 10 laps to go, so they're getting all they can get right here.
This battle is about 5 seconds behind the leader, Greg Biffle, who's about a 1.5 seconds in front of Leffler and Carl Edwards. There is the leader, left side of your screen, Greg Biffle, trying to break a 76-race winless streak that goes back 3 years to February of 2006.
Yeah, you're not going to see second in that shot with Biffle. He's about a 1.5 seconds out front with Jason Leffler.
Denny Hamlin, who just got that lap back, now trying to move on the inside of the racetrack and take the 10th spot away from Brendan Gaughan.
That's after 2 pit road penalties under green, so this is a good recovery for the 20 team.
And Brendan Gaughan has had a great day, too. As we documented earlier, great day. He crashed yesterday, had to go to a backup car. He didn't get any practice in it, came out qualified well, and is running the top or around the top 10 all day long.
8 laps to go here in the Sam's Town 300. 17 lead changes, 12 different drivers. So many great stories. Left side of your screen, a couple of rookies running in the top 10. Allgaier to 12. Lagasse the 11 from the back of the pack in a backup car. Right side of your screen, battle for the top 10 finishing position. Denny Hamlin, Brendan Gaughan, also in a backup car, by the way, for Gaughan.
Brendan Gaughan is digging on the outside. He's not giving up at all right here. He's got 7 laps to go. He's trying to hold off this 20 car.
He's always been one. Remember back in the Truck Series, man, he was always a guy that was up there high. Yeah, he made a little joke earlier talking about his car when he was running the bottom, too, when we were talking to him earlier.
He likes that high line.
Coming up next, Judgment Week West Coast Conference basketball. Gonzaga and San Diego currently over on ESPNU. We'll be going to ESPN2 following these final laps here at Las Vegas.
That 10th spot.
Watch out here. Whoa, boy. Brendan Gaughan gave him a break right there.
Yeah.
That could have been a problem.
Yeah, he's driving that thing hard. He wants a top 10 finish. Just means a lot to say you were in the top 10, not 11.
Yeah.
But
that one spot does mean a lot.
Yeah, Brendan coming off his career first top 10 last week at California.
Yeah, you wouldn't race that hard for 6th because he just doesn't sound as good, you know. But you were going from 11th to 10th sounds great.
5 laps to go.
Folks, don't go anywhere because this race has a history of getting really wild in the final laps and smoke out of the right front of the 20 car.
Yeah, we see some damage on the right side of the 20 car, and we see some tire smoke out of Brendan Gaughan's car just a little bit. Looks like Denny Hamlin's been against the wall.
Right front tire is rubbing. It is rubbing.
It's rubbing pretty good. He's had some major contact. Oh, big crash.
Right up in front of Bliss, and Bliss just pops it.
We just blew it. He got run into. We're in the wall. We're on fire. Need to get out, Denny. Go ahead, jump out. It is on fire.
See one of the rear springs stuck in the nose. I don't know if that's his rear spring.
I would say that's where Bliss ran up in the back of it and drove it up, knocked it out of there.
Just trying to get it to the finish after making that contact with the outside wall.
Yeah.
Must have had a tire go down and got in the fence, and poor Mike Bliss, just no place to go.
Yeah, he just ran right up in front of Bliss. Bliss is sitting there thinking, what else could possibly happen?
Cut tire, problems getting on and off of pit road today. And there's Denny Hamlin climbing out of his car. What a comeback he had. A couple of pit road speeding penalties and issues in the pits. Here's how it all unfolded a moment ago. The 20 car of Hamlin bouncing it off the fence.
Yeah, right there's where it started. You see that damage, and it started rubbing the tire.
That was just after he had passed Brendan Gaughan. And here's, as he goes down into turn 1, that tire lets go right in front of Mike Bliss.
And these guys are all racing as hard as they can because there's 5 laps to go. And Mike Bliss just didn't have any idea this 20 car was going to go in the fence like that.
Watch this hit again. You can see the smoke. Right here is where it's going to let go.
Man, big wreck.
At that point in time, Bliss probably hadn't even backed out of the throttle yet.
He was looking to the outside. I think he was going to try to pass the 20 on the outside, getting in the corner.
All clear there, buddy. You see what you got in front of you.
Watch the violence of this impact.
See the nose going completely up under the rear wheels of the 20 car Denny Hamlin. See the parts and pieces flying out of these race cars. Fire. Man, that's a big fire under the hood of the 20.
And this is just where all the safety features that we have in these cars.
Yeah, you can see this spring right here. It's just going down the racetrack. It lines up in the nose.
Front. Started out in the rear of the car.
Yeah.
What was a brand new race car that had never been on the racetrack prior to the day. That 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing is now pretty much junk.
Joe Gibbs had a tough day today. They tore up 2 good race cars. This one's junk. Well, this is going to set up a finish too because we've got Carl Edwards sitting in 3rd spot with a real fast race car.
Biffle's been awful good on these restarts, though, getting up to speed. Looks like his car is really comfortable enough that he can be aggressive. Don't know if he's running wide open or not, but I guarantee he's running pretty close, though, on that first lap or 2. So be hard for Carl to get there, but we've had crazy finishes here.
Well, the cars behind Biffle, Leffler, Edwards, and Earnhardt Jr. each have tires that are about 20 laps fresher than what Biffle has, but they don't have a lot of time. There is Carl Edwards, who had lost a lap. Had to get the lap back by virtue of the pit stop sequencing, and now it finds himself in contention to win this thing from 3rd spot. What a day here at Las Vegas. 12 caution flags, 52 laps, 2 red flags. Some of the major contenders, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, in the garage area early, having to call it a day. Now, Denny Hamlin's car essentially destroyed, sitting there on the racetrack.